Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In Finn's office, he concludes a call with Dr. Buckingham and tells Steffi he wishes he had better news. She asks if they're supposed to just give up and accept that Liam is dying. Finn tells her it's complicated because of the location of the mass in Liam's brain. It's inoperable. Steffi cries. This is just so heartbreaking. Her issues with Hope seem so meaningless in the face of this. She's going to be destroyed when she hears they're losing him. Steffi tells Finn, I don't know how to do this. He says he'd do anything to save him. Finn explains they don't know how long he has with this type of brain mass. Steffi goes over Liam wanting to keep his condition a secret. But Hope deserves to know the truth. At the Cliff House, Liam tells Hope it's cool of Steffi and Finn to let him stay in the guest house. She asks why he doesn't stay at his dad's place. Liam likes to see the ocean and reminds her they're supposed to be talking about her. He keeps urging her to forgive Carter. Hope supposes he wants her to give Carter another chance. She says there's nothing wrong with being single. Liam knows she misses Carter. Life is a lot shorter than we think. Every second counts. Don't waste it. Liam goes on a rant about love and life, telling her to hold on to her relationship with Carter. She says she could get hurt. Liam tells her Carter's a good man. He will make you happy. If he's calling and texting and wants her, that's worth keeping intact. Hope tears up and laughs about Liam matchmaking. She picks up her phone. At Forrester, Carter waits to hear back from Hope and sighs. Brooke walks in and realizes he's not thrilled. Carter would be happier if Hope were there. Brooke would too. Carter says not seeing her at work and not speaking with her makes him miss her even more. They go over her being hurt and feeling abandoned. Brooke can see that he misses her and loves her. Ridge walks in and wonders what's going on. Carter says they were discussing Hope. Ridge snarks, "Oh, your favorite subject." Carter asks him if he's considered bringing her back. He and Brooke are there. Why isn't Hope? Carter goes on about Ridge holding Hope to a higher standard. Ridge says she needs to apologize. Carter asks if she does that, can they get Hope for the future up and running again? Suddenly, Carter gets a text. Hope is ready to see him again. At the Cliff House, Liam is glad Hope reached out to Carter. She asks when he became so insightful. He alludes to seeing the world through a different lens. He's clear about what matters. Real fulfillment comes from allowing the ones who want to love you to love you. He asks if she'll open her heart to Carter again. She says, "We shall see." At Forrester, Brooke and Ridge discuss Carter going to meet with Hope. Ridge shrugs that it's his business, his life. He's still not convinced to let Hope work there again and doesn't want to discuss it. It's Steffi's call at the end of the day, not his. Brooke wishes they could all get along. She muses that she feels a little shift. They talk about the magic of the showstopper. Brooke loved having everyone's eyes on her. Ridge chuckles. Never a dull moment. Brooke thinks there will be more of those moments. I do see a light at the end of the tunnel. She admits the iconic showstopper felt wonderful. Ridge doesn't know if the dress or Brooke was more iconic. Brooke says she adored being on stage with him. They flash back to the moment at the end of the fashion show, and then through their romance. Brooke tells him, "I will never give up on us. Our destiny." At the Cliff House, Liam spills his pills as Steffi walks in. He sighs if he's being a klutz. Steffi asks how it went with Hope. Liam admits he couldn't tell her the truth. He's still processing this stuff himself. He just wanted a normal conversation. Liam thinks Hope could use some help with her love life. He says Carter's been reaching out to her, and he feels a responsibility to make sure everyone's happy when he's not around anymore. She and Finn will look after each other and Kelly, but what about Hope? I think Carter's the one. At Brooke's house, Hope fixes her hair in the mirror. Carter knocks and she invites him in. Carter tells her he was glad to get her text. Hope congratulates him on the fashion show. Carter says her mom stole the show. It was a really great night, but there was a missing piece. He says she should have been there. She should be at Forrester. He should have fought harder for her. He watched her walk out that door, and his life hasn't been the same since. Hope tells Carter she read his texts and is sorry she didn't get back to him right away. She needed some time and was really hurt by everything that happened. Carter gets it. It might be too little, too late, but he made another appeal to Ridge to bring her back. He can't forgive him without forgiving her. Hope says she was talking to Liam, who suggested a change in perspective could do her good. She needs to let go of the anger to make room for forgiveness. She started to see that the way they went about things was wrong. Carter asks if they have a future. She's what he's been searching for all these years. He knows he messed up, but will do anything to make it up to her. Just give me a chance. Forgive me. Tell me you want me as much as I want you. Hope doesn't say anything, but they embrace. A memory-laden cabin. The fire crackled quietly in the background as Hope Logan sat on the edge of the couch in the cabin she once shared with Liam. The scent of pine, once comforting, now brought a lump to her throat. She looked around, her fingers grazing the familiar fabrics, the framed photo of Beth on the mantel, the spot where Liam used to sit and read stories. Moments ago, Liam had left, his presence lingering like a ghost. The conversation had begun with politeness, a tentative exploration of old wounds. Hope had come to see how he was holding up after recent events. The rumors about Luna, the fallout from Steffi's confrontation with Finn, the whispered suspicions about Sheila's latest manipulations. But as always with Liam, emotions swelled quickly. He looked at her with those soulful eyes and asked a simple question. Do you ever wonder if we gave up too fast? Hope had wanted to say no. She wanted to remind him of his waffling, his inability to choose her wholeheartedly over Steffi, the betrayal that bled into every fiber of her being. But instead, she'd said, sometimes. That word hung between them, heavy, raw. Liam reached for her hand, but Hope pulled away, gently but decisively. I'll always care for you, Liam, she whispered, tears brimming. But we can't keep looking back. I'm not that version of me anymore. And with that, she left, retreating into silence, into the hollow ache that only clarity could bring. Forrester Creations, The Aftermath. Back at Forrester Creations, Hope sat behind her desk, the sketches in front of her blurring into nothing. Her fingers trembled as she clutched a pen, trying to distract herself by reviewing new designs. But nothing worked. Not after seeing Liam, not after being reminded of what she lost, and what she needed. That's when a knock broke her reverie. Hope, came Carter's voice, low and warm. She looked up quickly, wiping a tear away. Carter. Hey. He hesitated at the door, sensing the shift in her energy. You okay? I'm not sure, she admitted. Do you have a minute? He walked in, his tall frame casting a gentle shadow over the desk. Carter Walton, ever the poised legal mind, wasn't one for drama. But Hope had seen glimpses of his deep empathy, especially in the way he'd handled Katie, Quinn, and even Steffi's recent dilemmas. What's going on? He asked, sitting across from her. She sighed, voice trembling. I went to see Liam. Carter's brows furrowed, but he didn't speak. It wasn't what I thought it would be, Hope continued. I wanted closure, but it felt like I was reopening a wound. Closure doesn't always come clean, he replied quietly. Sometimes it hurts more before it heals. Hope nodded, biting her lip. I just feel so lost. Like I'm floating between who I was with Liam and who I want to become without him. Coffee and clarity. Later that evening, Carter invited Hope to join him at Il Giardino, away from the buzz of the office and the weight of shared histories. They sat at a quiet table near the back, sipping espresso under dim lighting. The clatter of dishes and gentle music added a cozy background hum. You're always so grounded, Hope remarked. How do you do it? After everything with Quinn and Katie, you don't seem bitter. Carter smiled wistfully. I've had my share of lessons. Learned that holding on to anger just keeps you from moving forward. Hope leaned back, exhaling slowly. I think part of me is still stuck, wanting to be someone's safe place. But I don't know if I've ever been my own. Carter tilted his head. You want to be more than someone's muse. You want to be whole. She looked at him, eyes glassy. Exactly. In that moment, something shifted between them. Not romance, not desire, but a bridge forming. A safe place. Hope realized how easy it was to talk to Carter. How he didn't try to fix her but simply allowed her space to be. And Carter, watching her wrestle with such vulnerability, saw a strength in Hope he hadn't truly noticed before. She wasn't just the designer, the dreamer, the Logan with a heart on her sleeve. She was evolving. A moment of truth. Back at her home that night, Hope lay in bed staring at the ceiling. Her phone buzzed. Carter. I meant what I said. If you ever need someone to talk to, or just sit in silence, I'm here. She clutched the phone, moved by the simple offer. It had been so long since someone had offered her peace with no strings attached. Impulsively, she replied, Can I call you? They spoke for hours, about everything and nothing. About childhood dreams, the burden of perfection, and what it means to start over. Carter shared stories from law school, about his fear of failing, about his admiration for people who dared to lead with compassion. Hope, for the first time in weeks, laughed. And when she finally hung up, it was with a lightness she hadn't felt since before her marriage crumbled. Ridge's interruption and Brooke's caution. The next day, Carter stopped by Hope's office with coffee in hand. As he set it down, Ridge popped in, his eyebrows shooting up at the sight. Everything okay in here? Ridge asked, clearly reading too much into the innocent gesture. Carter simply smiled. Just coffee, Ridge. Hope chuckled. We're not eloping, if that's what you're worried about. Later, Brooke caught wind of the interaction and approached her daughter. Carter's a good man, Brooke said cautiously. But are you ready to open your heart again? Hope thought for a long moment. I'm not looking for love right now, Mom. I'm just looking for people who don't make me feel broken. Brooke pulled her into a hug. Then you're already making progress. A new path begins. By Friday afternoon, Hope and Carter had settled into an easy rhythm. He'd stop by during lunch, they'd walk around the Forrester garden or grab sandwiches at the backlot food truck. Their bond grew stronger, comforting, rooted in trust. Rumors began to swirl, of course. Paris noticed the glances, the quiet laughter. Thomas, back from a short design tour in Europe, raised a brow when he caught them deep in conversation. You two seem close, he remarked. Hope didn't flinch. We are. And for once, it's not complicated. Thomas looked disappointed, but said nothing more. Carter, overhearing, placed a reassuring hand on Hope's shoulder. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Healing in progress. One evening, as they walked through the gardens near Carter's place, Hope paused. Do you believe in second chances? Carter nodded. I believe in better chances. Ones we make when we know ourselves more. She smiled at him. I'm starting to see that. As the sun dipped below the hills, casting a golden hue over the world, Carter and Hope stood in the middle of a quiet crossroad, not yet lovers, not merely friends, but something sacred. Two souls learning to heal beside each other. And for Hope, who had spent so long feeling like a shadow of someone's ideal, it felt like the first real beginning. Liam watches from afar. At the cabin, Liam watched an old photo of him and Hope, flipping it face down. When he'd seen her earlier that week, he thought maybe, just maybe, they could rekindle something. But he hadn't expected her to find stability elsewhere so quickly. And certainly not in Carter Walton. Still, he couldn't bring himself to resent it. She looked happy. Liam took a breath and looked out the window, realizing that sometimes letting go is the greatest act of love. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAU2TFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.